Hi and welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about grooming. So I did a grooming video yesterday and I wasn't happy with a couple of bits that came out, so I'm going to just re-record them now, and then what I'll do is when it comes to the actual grooming process is I'll switch back over to yesterday's video because the girlfriend's already groomed him today. So for now what we're going to do his daily checks, and this is what they are. My NASDO question for this video is, how often should you groom your dog? Comments below, let me know how often should you groom your dog according to NASDO. So his daily checks, what is it that we're going to be checking? So basically we're just going to be checking his health and making sure that he is all healthy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check your nose. Yeah. So we're just going to check the nose. Just going to check the nose. Okay. No. Just going to check the nose, make sure it's nice and healthy. You will know if your dog has a wet or a dry nose. Now my dog has a dry nose, so I'm not expecting it to be wet. Yeah. 6. Next thing we're going to check is we're going to check. Spin. Okay. What are you doing? So next thing we'll check is his eyes, and basically what we'll do is we'll just check his eyes. We'll pull down just to see, make sure that they're a nice pink colour. Yeah, you got beautiful eyes. So next is ears. So basically what we'll do is sit up. What are you doing? 6. Thank you. So with the ears, what we'll do, out 6. Thank you. With the ears, is we'll just give them a quick sniff and make sure that they are like a normal dog smell. What you don't want is like a sickly smell. So if it's got like a sickly smell to it, there's a good chance that there is an ear infection in there. Next thing is gums. So we're just going to check. No, I'm not checking your gums on my arm. So we're just going to check his gums and make sure that he has a nice salmony pink colour. And just make sure the teeth are good as well. Hey, are them teeth good? Yeah, you've got nice teeth. Okay, so next we're going to check legs, nails and pads. So what I will do is I'll just lay him on his side. Basically what we'll do is we'll just check the legs, just run our fingers down, looking for some lumps and bumps, but also make sure that he doesn't yelp or anything, and that he hasn't got any points where it hurts or he pulls his leg away. That good? Yeah? Okay. So nails as well, so as we go around each nail, so nails and pads. So basically what we'll do is we'll have a look at the pads, make sure the pads are good. He's got tiggly feet, so if he does pull away it's a tiggle, not hurting. Make sure the nails are good, make sure the pads are okay. What I would do is I would be a bit invasive, so that maybe when one day the vets need to get in there, he's used to people being in there and it doesn't bother him. Last thing you want is for the vet to go diving in there and then the dog has a go because he doesn't know that happens. So be a bit invasive, get him used to it. Also, if you one day need to put boots on your dog is used to you messing around with their feet and being a bit invasive with their feet, you've got more chance of the dog accepting a boot. Now, my dog doesn't like boots, but as you can see, he doesn't mind me doing this too much because he's used to it from a puppy. If you can start this earlier, then you should be all good to go. So next, we're going to check the body. So we have the body area. So keep up, stand, wait. And what we'll do is we'll just rub our hands down the body, make sure that there's no areas where he yelps or he flinches. All he's trying to do is bite me because he's not happy about me stopping him eating his bone. And once you're happy that the body area is okay, the next thing, good, hip, oi, come here. Hip. Down, down. On your side. On your side. Yeah, he's a good boy. So the next area, are you inspecting it for me? Hey? Yeah. So the next is genital area, so you want to have a look, make sure that there's nothing wrong down here. What? I know. Make sure there's nothing wrong down here, make sure that's all nice and healthy. Now the one that he doesn't like, you can behave yourself, wait there, is also the bum. Make sure that the bum's okay. Oh, you're a good boy. Where's his bone? There you go. And once you know that they're all okay, the last thing that you would check on a daily would be their locomotions, what they call it, which is basically their movement. So, should we see if your movement's okay? And now, back over to what I filmed yesterday, where I'll take you through all the stuff that I do in terms of grooming. So the next part is checking for lumps, bumps, checking for ticks, anything like that. But also what we want to do is that we want to get some of the dead hair out, and what we also want to do is get some of the dead skin, and the last thing I will remember in a second is to get the natural oils of the dog's hair coming out. So there's an easy way of doing that. An easy way to do that is by using your fingers and getting and massaging and getting all of the stuff out. Now it's important that you work from the dog's tail back up to his head. And what this will also do, as you can see, what this will also do is it will bring out some of the dead hair. What are you doing? Ah! Wait there. So, like I said, just use your hands, massage it, and try and get some of the crap out. Good. And as you can see, by doing it, you can get a lot of the dead hair out early. Good. He's not a massive fan of this, although he is used to it happening. Oi! Come. Oh. No! No! Coop, leave it. Get here. Come here. Coop, come. Coop, come. And especially around the rear area, you'll find that's where the most of the dead hair is sitting, and where you'll get most of it out. And as you can see, now that the person who has come to the house is gone, he's a little bit more happy about it. I think I was stopping him from going and checking on the person. Oh, yeah. What this is also good for is obviously bonding with your dog. So, like I say, if you do this from an early age, and it becomes a good experience, then for your dog, he'll see this as a positive thing. So next up, if you groom your dog regularly, hair everywhere. If you groom your dog regularly, all you should need is a brush and a comb. Now the comb is more for tangles. You don't really use the comb too much. So the brush, what we're going to do first, come here. Good. Wait, come. You having it done? So, a bit like what we was just doing, we're going to go against the fur with the brush first time. We're obviously not going to go mental at it. All we want to do is just get a nice big brush and just go against the fur, just to continue what we was just doing, and to also get some of that dead fur out and get the dead skin also up as well. That's a good boy. And if you can, try and make it as fun as you can for your dog. Obviously, they don't like grooming. Oi, come here. Here. Obviously, they probably don't like grooming. It's a foreign thing to them, and although some dogs will like it because they get a bit of a fuss, some dogs, if it's like mine, who doesn't really like too much of a fuss, it can be a bit of a chore to him. Okay, so now we've gone from back to front. Now what we want to do with the brush is lay all the hair back down. So now I've got to get him back and go from head back to tail, groom it all out and trying to just neaten him up a little bit now. Good, come. And as you can see at the moment, he is molting a little bit. And wait there, Coop. As you can see on here as well, there is some kind of excess hair. And the best way to deal with that and get him to get rid of that, come on mate, let's go. Come on. Is to make him run around. So we're going to throw the ball for 5-10 minutes as a reward for doing it, but also to get rid of that hair and let it all blow off of him. And just a quick note on that, the only time that you wouldn't groom your dog is if they're wet. So obviously you've got the oils of the dog, and when the dog is wet, the natural oils come out in order to look after the fur. If you start grooming that, then you start affecting the coat in a negative way. So yeah, if your dog's wet, just out of the bath, or if it's been raining, do not groom your dog. Yeah, rough all that, get all that hair off, huh? Now I would openly admit that I don't do this as much as I should, but what does happen is that Ada does most of his grooming, and there's two reasons for that. Not that she enjoys doing it, but it's decent bonding for her. Obviously I'm someone that works the dog a lot, and it's me and him a lot of the time. With Mum, he doesn't get to do loads, so Ada does this grooming, well, more or less all the time, as a bit of a bonding. So obviously if your dog has a mum that doesn't get to spend a lot of time with this is a positive way in order for mum and dog to spend time together. Up. And my answer to my NASDO question for this video of how often you should groom your dog, you should do this every day. So obviously most people would do it at work, as it's a nice thing to pass some time during work. If you're like me, then obviously my girlfriend does it at home whilst I'm sleeping off my shift, and that's her time to bond with the dog. So by NASDO regulations, you should do this every day. Like I say, it's definitely good for checking for ticks, things like that, and making sure you get on top of stuff before they become an issue. So I hope you like this video. It's just like a quick one just to introduce you to what the NASDO kind of grooming is, and how often you should do it. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you again next week for another video. Okay, cheers for watching, see you later, bye.